Hello everyone and welcome to Retail Archaeology. Today we'll be taking a look at Arrowhead Mall. But not this Arrowhead Mall, this is Arrowhead Town Center in Glendale, Arizona. We'll be taking a look at the Arrowhead Mall in Peoria, Arizona. At first glance, this may just look like your old regular run-of-the-mill strip mall, but it is technically an indoor mall, just a little on the small side and one that's like nothing else I've ever seen in the Phoenix area. I've gotten several emails from a lot of viewers over the last year about this place, and I figured it was probably time I should check it out. Now, the first thing I wanted to talk about was the name, Arrowhead Mall. It says it there on the sign. The problem with that name is if you try and look up anything having to do with Arrowhead Mall, all you get is results for Arrowhead Town Center in Glendale, Arizona, so it made it a little aggravating trying to find information on this place. It turns out on Google this place is actually listed as the Arrowhead Shopping Center and not Arrowhead Mall, so it did help once I figured that out. It even says Arrowhead Shopping Center on this sign on the street, but the sign on the building says Arrowhead Mall. Super confusing. Now, not only is this place old and kinda run down looking, it is very dead as well. This is not a traditional mall, so it doesn't have traditional anchors. The anchors of this place are things like the CSL Plasma place, and there's also a Family Dollar here. That's something I've never seen at a mall before. You see what I mean though? Just on the outside, this looks like an old rundown strip mall. And there are definitely elements of that to this place. So we'll start by taking a look at those. And we were here on a Sunday early afternoon, and it turns out a lot of the stuff that is still here is actually closed on Sundays. So that was a little annoying. But there are a lot of empty spaces as well. This property is owned by a company called Arrowhead Properties, fittingly enough. And from what I could tell, it was built in 1987. I had a hard time finding a lot of property records and things on this place, but I found some lease listings and things, and those indicate the building was built in 1987. Here's an event center. The Palladium. It's not the Palladium I was thinking of. This seems to be one of the nicer businesses that's still located here. And that is a really, really cool door. Kind of reminds me of Tetris. I like that. And we've got your standard no fun sign. And it mentions rollerblading. Does anybody rollerblade anymore? You can see though there the fascia boards on the building don't have hardly any paint left on, and this place is just in severe need of maintenance. Now this is some sort of like furniture consignment store. I've never heard of this place before. I'm not sure if it's a chain or if this is the only location. However, this place is closed on Sundays, which seems weird to me. And we took a peek inside through the windows, and it looks more like a thrift shop than a furniture consignment store. See what I mean there? It's kind of just jammed full of stuff. Now that we're back at the front of the building, let's take a look at the actual mall part of this place. Now, unfortunately, when we visited here, only 2 of the 3 mall areas were open, and I'm not even sure the third one was supposed to be open, but we did get in. This was filmed on a Sunday, so we thought maybe it was just closed on Sundays, but the hours listed on Google for this place say that it is supposed to be open on Sundays, and we didn't see any closed on Sundays signs. Looking through the windows though, you can see this place is pretty old and in pretty rough shape. I'm not sure if it's still open or not. I did visit here one other time during a weekday, and the doors were still locked. Also, when I was looking up records on this place, I was having a really hard time believing that 1987 build year, because looking at this place, it looks much older than that. Between the aesthetic of the place and also just the condition the building is in. I love that old display case there. It looks like all of the shops that are in the mall parts of this place are mom and pop shops. I didn't see any evidence of national chains in here. Look at how worn out that carpet is though. This place just looks old. It looks more like 1960s or 1970s to me, and Again, it doesn't look like any other mall that I've seen in the Phoenix area. At one point, we did see a couple of people inside here, and it looks like they were cleaning things up. We saw them pulling a lot of garbage bags out and things. Man, I really wish we could have gotten in here, though. I mean, it's nice to be able to see through the windows, but the vintage mall aesthetics of this place are just off the chart, and based upon it being locked the couple of times I was here, I'm not sure how much longer this place is going to be around. Now here's the second mall portion that's a little bit further down. And this one looks like it had a large gym, or has a large gym in it. That's why I was confused. It looks like that gym might still be open. No public restrooms. But look at the signs that are hanging above each of the storefronts. I just love those, and those to me look much older than the 80s as well. Maybe they were going for a vintage aesthetic when they built this place in the 80s. There's really not much left of these directory signs either. Like, I think that beauty salon is the only place that may still be inside this portion. Gotta take one more look through the window, though. Also, here's the Family Dollar, which is right next door to that section we just looked at. And what's really interesting is you can see inside to the mall through the Family Dollar. There's actually a shared window. I wonder what they had in those display cases. Looked like there's a lot of like dirt and leaves and stuff in them now, but yeah, you can see here's the Family Dollar, and this just, I would say it looks like any other Family Dollar, but it's actually pretty clean looking. But you can see, yeah, there's a large window here, though most of it's obscured by these drink cases. Now this is the third mall section, and this is the one that we were able to get into. I'm not sure if it was supposed to be open or not, because all of the doors were locked except for one door. But we didn't see anything that said it was closed and the door was unlocked, so we figured we'd take a look. Now this portion looks a lot newer than the first two that we looked at. It also looks like this is being used for professional offices and some medical offices. It looked like there were a few stores in here too at one time. This is like a weird mix of old office building and old mall. The walls and the carpeting and everything feel like an old office building, but then you have skylights like this up in the ceiling that look like they belong in a vintage mall. It was so quiet in here too, it was almost creepy. Yeah, looking at all this had to have been added later on. This looks more like 1987 to me though than the first part that we looked at. I'm thinking how yellow those covers on the lights are is probably due to age. I'm guessing they weren't that yellow when this place was new. It's weird how they just kind of threw some benches in. This here looks like, you know, there was obviously a tree or something here at one point. It's a shame that they just have a bench there now. But we'll go ahead and head back out the door we came in because all of the other doors that we saw were locked. We're pretty much all the way at one end of this place now, and this Mercer's restaurant is still here, and from what we heard from talking to some people that worked in some of the other places, like the Family Dollar, this Mercer's may have been here since the mall opened. It's got pretty great reviews online. It was just so unbelievably quiet here. Now this looks like it was originally a grocery store. You can see the open 24 hours label scar there. However, at one point it was converted into a laser tag place. We saw the sign at the beginning of the video. It was Wazy's World or Wazy's World. Looks like it's been closed for a long time because that sign was almost non-existent, and it looks pretty dank and dusty inside here. So I guess you could have called this another one of the mall's anchors. Welcome to the zone. I always liked playing laser tag when I was younger. Looks like they had like some inflatable stuff too, probably like a rock climbing wall. I see a lot of these kind of places pop up. Sometimes they're trampoline places, but it doesn't seem like they last very long. At least when they open them up in a dead mall or a dead strip mall like this one. Now that I've found this place, I have to wonder how many other little weird mall things there are in the Phoenix area that I don't know about. But what are your thoughts on Arrowhead Mall? Is this a place that you used to come to in the past, or does this look like some of the little weird mall things in your area? I'd love to know down in the comments below. As always, everyone, thanks for watching. Want to see your name here? Head on over to patreon.com/retailarchaeology to find out how you can help support the channel. Hey everyone, thanks for checking out my video on the other Arrowhead Mall. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons, and also make sure to follow at the social media links down there because that's the best way to keep up with what's going on with the channel and when new videos are going to be out.